was sponsored by an energy drink company, and I drank a lot of them. I actually developed heart issues, so then I stopped.
I worked at the railroad. I would drink a pot of coffee a shift, and I would make my own Red Bull. I'd bring a quart to work every day.
Make my own.
It's cheaper that way. For a child.
All right, it is 9:13. We'll pick up the committee of the whole where we left off. And I believe that would be picking up item E3, agenda request for Commissioner Todd Christensen, who he is not here. He was here, but now Ms. Wood is going to take it over.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. So Commissioner Christensen had requested that he be added as a standing agenda item to our city council meetings. He thought that that would maybe be best to have a placeholder versus him coming up at public comment. I asked if it, kind of what he was thinking, if it can be during other communication at the end of the meeting, because that is just general, and he preferred to be near the beginning of the meeting. My recommendation, because of our agenda outline is in city code and would take an ordinance change to change by adding like its own lettered section. Perhaps maybe a better idea would be to add it under the announcement section, that where we say if city hall is closed or if there's something going on, and then there'd be a standing numbered under H that would say commissioner updates, that we would have that on every agenda. And we do have 2 commissioners for the city of Isani, so then it would cover if it was Mr. Christensen or somebody else.
Does it need to be county specific, or could we also make it just like, probably not the right word, but like elected official reports? That way if like Representative Gordon or Senator Coran came, so that way it's not just for the county, but any of them who would show up for some kind of business thing?
Yeah, I'm okay
My,
with it.
my idea was, I had actually pitched this a couple months ago, to have the sheriff come in once a year, the engineer come in once a year, or if we have major projects. My idea was, why don't we just add a section that says county communications? And then that leaves it open for the sheriff, the engineer, any commissioners, the county administrator, the county finance, anybody that we might have need to come in. It's not just singled out to something like that. So my title was like county communications, and I thought maybe add before or after the public comment, but I do like the idea of, during the announcements would be fine too. It doesn't really make it much difference. As far as elected officials, is there any way that we could make that county communications more broad? Or could you just include the county communications because they are in our county and represent?
That's state or
parts of our-
county communications.
I think we're just putting too much into it. I think as long as you leave a little spot open for any elected official. Maybe the governor wants to come in here.
But they
You
could
never
speak
know.
during public comment too. We're not gonna shut them down.
No.
But if we're trying to hold a 3-minute thing, then we need to be
Yeah.
even with that, versus if they're gonna have more than 3 minutes to go, rather than enforcing that, they have to be in a separate thing to not.
I say we do it that way, and if we have a problem with it, we change it in the future.
The county communications way?
Yeah.
If we're just adding it the way that I'm suggesting and not putting it in the actual agenda titles, which is in code, we can change the naming of it at any time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we could even change it for that meeting. Like we could say
Oh, okay.
county and regional communications if we knew someone was coming from broader.
Yeah. I like that.
I kind of like the idea of county and regional communications, just having it in there all the time. Would that open us up to too many people? I wouldn't
Many
think so. We,
I wouldn't worry about it.
No.
We can change
Todd,
it.
Todd's about the only one that comes in.
Let's try this
If-
for now, and
If it did become that we had too many people speaking on it, we could set a policy and some guidelines of what it's for, if we wanted to.
Sure.
If it became an issue
let's just do a county communications,
for now.
I think, if you guys are okay with that.
Yep.
yes.
Okay, good idea, Todd. And it's it brings together what I had mentioned a couple months ago. Like, I had said, we should have these people come in and fill us in, so maybe we can promote that to them.
Not just us, but like,
Communications,
a lot
everything.
of people listen and watch.
Well, that's what I
and
mean,
stuff,
us,
and-
the whole
Yeah,
all of us,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna always put it as number 1 under that header,
Okay,
if that's okay.
yep. All right, sounds good. And then we'll move on to E4, PD roof, continued discussion. Chief Myers.
Yeah, we're just bringing back, Mr. Becker got some information on, I think council's recommendation to see what it costs to pitch the roof, right? So generically, he can talk about that, you know, we have around $100,000 bid, or quotes, I should say, for 20-year warranties for flat roof. So that's that generic price point. We haven't put it out for quotes yet, but that, we're just giving you the information ballpark. And I'll let Mr. Becker talk about the pitched roof information.
So the pitched roof, BJ Boss and companies, they gave us a ballpark. It was 350 to 400,000. It included the wood trusses, all that, a fire suppressant that they'd have to put in it per code. What it doesn't include would it be like if they make them do any structural modifications to existing walls or foundations, like anything that way, but he did find out per code that it had to have a fire suppressant up there to put a roof on that building. So, like Chief was saying, we do have some quotes already for the flat roof going back the way it was. I know one of them has a 20-year, no dollar limit warranty specification. They're, you know, 100,000, a little over, or we move forward with more quotes. I guess what's the direction? Where do you want to go from that?
I can't believe it's that much to pitch that roof, but
I mean, it's just.
I suppose unknowns too. Yeah, you shoot high because you don't want to come in over.
Did you say it's about a 20-year warranty on a flat roof?
We have one that way, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And it says no dollar limit warranty, so that must mean everything. Some warranties must have a cap limit too.
Probably on what you spent or something. How has that company been around for 20 years? I mean, sorry, but
I think, I don't know if I can say who recommended them.
oh,
It's okay for now, I guess.
okay. Well, I just flat roofs. Steve would be here with a bunch of stuff to say about flat roofs. So
There's a lot of them in this state.
there are.
Yep.
I mean, for that kind of money difference, I kind of think it's a no-brainer, unfortunately. I was hoping that we'd see like, oh, it'll be 150 or 200 to pitch the roof, you know, because then it's a lot. You could get twice the life out of a pitch roof probably, you know. But for those kind of numbers, I don't think it's,
Is that going to full like A trusses, or is that just putting like a 3-4 degree?
It says,
Slant.
permit and install wood truss system over existing roof structure. Modifications to the center bearing beam, shingled roof, aluminum soffit and fascia. All extensions of the vents and fire suppression system. I think the fire suppression system is gonna cost quite a bit too. But it didn't include any structural modifications to existing exterior walls.
yeah, how they tie in and stuff.
It'd have to be a steel roof too.
Basically, there's gonna be some engineering costs. too,
Right.
That he didn't have that in there.
Okay.
I would say get more.
It's a big roof.
Yeah, I know it is a big roof.
Also the wind load and stuff that the thing can,
So how do we proceed from here then? Just put it out for bid? Is that what we're?
Is
thinking
the
of
roof
doing,
still
or
leaking,
how
or was
long
it the
are-
windows?
Well, the roof is leaking, without a doubt, there's leaking, because it's getting that far into, you know, the garage bay as well as the conference table get, you know,
Okay.
leaks, so there's leaks in there. The windows are what's all damaged, right, so, could be both, but, yeah.
So would you could say it's like a very urgent thing, or could it be a year or two and plan for it with the budget, or in your opinion?
I'm not, I mean, I don't know how, so we've been there, so in 2 years, the windows are degraded, right?
Yep.
You know, so they're, at some point, you know, I don't know what mold issues are. I don't know if that's the next step to try to, I don't know who the heck comes out and checks for mold. I mean, that'd be a concern I would have
Yep.
just from environmental air quality, because if we're having that much intrusion of water behind the sheetrock, because we know what's behind the sheetrock, that there's gotta be some mold issues or at least a potential for that.
I think definitely the windows. I'm just more so talking about the roof. Is that something, I know leaking in the
Well,
truck?
Yeah, like I said, we've had 5, 6 different contractors up there, and some are pointing at the flashing over that side of the wall, you know, the membrane that's receding. You know, so, and then we've had other ones that say it may be the windows, but even with the windows, you have to have water getting into the block, right? Even if it is the windows, so, I don't know.
Have we gotten a quote for the window replacement? I don't remember.
Well, the last one I think was when you talked to them, they said about taking out one window just to,
Yeah,
That's right.
Give you a number on that last time, and then you wanted me to get this? I'm trying to think now.
I don't remember.
I
I think,
thought we had approved to do the one test window to take it out and examine it.
I don't think it was approved.
I don't think so either, yeah.
I guess we'll have to see.
Well, I think we should get some more quotes for the roof. I think, if you've had that many contractors, you need to stop the water from coming in.
The windows too.
Yeah, though, Brian Boss also said that we should check out one window, but I don't remember ever getting clarification to move forward with that. Because I thought he gave me a number.
Yeah, you were supposed to move forward with one window.
Yeah, I think it's like $500 or something for him to look at one window, or, it was something like that, and I think we did approve that.
Yeah.
I have
it was
900 in
approved.
my head.
900? Oh, it could have been.
One window was approved, then we'd go from there depending on what he found.
Okay.
Maybe wait for warmer weather.
I thought they were asking if it was going back and forth in between Public Works doing it or having him do it. I don't remember.
If,
Sounds good. You got a lot of stuff on your plate, so. You got the ICC, you got the PD, you got all the stuff, so.
if we know for sure we're gonna fix the roof, my recommendation would be to go for an RFP and actually just get in quotes or proposals to have it done. So then we've made sure we've broadcasted as far as we can, unless there is consideration of doing the pitched. Then we for sure will have to do the bid process because of the dollar amount.
So, wild question. All this park equipment that's stored in there, can we use park dedication funds for something like that? Okay, it's storing park equipment. What if we buy new park equipment to store in there?
Put a playground on the roof.
That's a heck of an idea.
Nick did say it's coming out of there's money in the CIP for it, right? Isn't that what he said?
Well, we would end up needing to use Fund 920, which is CIP.
Expedite it.
Yep, we're just gonna have to pull it forward from where it was originally, whatever year it was forecasted to be, which is a number of years out, and it's a living document that has to ebb and flow. Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I think we should do the windows first and see how that all works. But plan to do the roof, but whether it's next year or the year after.
If water is coming in from the roof and causing the windows to fail prematurely, then when putting new windows in just before the roof is done?
I thought it was
Or-
the
or are they two
flashing on
different
the,
things?
it's the flashing on the windows that they think is causing most of the leak.
I thought you were saying there was water coming in through the block that was going on top of the windows and saturating them as well, was another hypothesis?
That's, yeah, we've had contractors of that hype, because on that side of the building, which, you know, the east side, you know, the membrane goes, there's a 90-degree angle, and that membrane's pulled out, so it's a radius, you can see it's pulled out away from there. And so that's, some of the contractors saying, well, that's where it's coming once you get enough rains, because usually it's when the rains are substantial is when it comes through the windows, comes through the roof whenever it rains. So that would make sense that, you know, the water comes up to a level that goes down that block level.
We have contractors that are saying it's the roof and some that are saying it could be the windows.
Yeah, we don't have the answer that, haha, that's it.
Okay.
well, how about when the snow melts?
Yeah, then we get rain, well, when the snow melts, we don't get it in the windows.
There should be quite a bit of snow up there by now.
Yeah, we'll see this year.
Dye the snow, and then when it melts, you know what color it is and where it came from.
Right, yeah. Because that's the other goofy thing with just the roof leak piece, because we know where it leaks, but nobody, you know, it's hard to, it could come in for 50 feet that way and run down the channel and then
Yeah.
actually come in there, so.
It'd be really nice to nail that down. have a contractor.
Nailed it, we put holes in the roof. No, it's, yeah, so we can, I mean, do you want us to get RFPs for the roof now, or should we wait? Because we're probably not gonna do it till next summer anyway.
Yeah, and the RFP's only,
you don't wanna put a
RFP's
new
only
roof
good
on
for
it
so
in the
long.
winter. I don't think you wanna do it in the wintertime.
Right, so you might as well
Everything
wait
ain't gonna
at least
glue
till
down like.
spring, even move there.
Unless we can, unless maybe a contractor would like to assure their schedule and they give us a better price. You know, if they're doing it, they're bidding now and they know they're gonna have a big job in August or something, they might give us a better price type of thing.
How long does a bid last these days?
Could we set that, how long it's good for? Or is that a process that's standardized? Like, is RFP only good for 30 days, or can we set it to 120
I
days,
think
or
we can put it in the RFP that it's gotta be good up through a certain date.
the end of the year?
Right, I mean, we can leave the term open for as long as we want, and say that this is open, we're accepting proposals and quotes until, you know, we can do 45 days out if we want, and then we can say the anticipated window of when we'd like work
Okay.
to commence would be bid it in term, or give a proposal in terms of this is when the window would be. And even if we went with the pitched idea and we know the threshold's gonna be higher, it'll be a bid, we can do the same thing there too. That's how we do our street projects, it's the window we want.
I don't think it would be a pitched. Is anybody here in favor of the pitched for that rough price?
That's 4 roofs. That's
Right.
80 years of roofage.
It would be
Right.
good just to rule that out, because it does,
Yeah.
that we know for sure has a lot more with it.
It's not feasible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Thanks for looking into it though, Josh. I really thought it'd be cheaper, but it's probably the fire suppression. That stuff is so expensive. Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
Our evidence room,
yeah. Talk 100,000 probably for that whole area.
I guess I didn't factor that part in.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, there we go.
so do you want us to put out that RFP?
I think if we can come up with something that makes sense, and maybe we'll get a competitive bid this year, and maybe let them know, like, if it's not competitive this year, we'll be coming back again next year, maybe.
So we'll put an RFP out for project in 2026.
Yeah, it'd have to be for in 2026, but the more, what you'll have to do, and whoever can do it or work with, you'll need to have exactly what you want.
Right.
Is so everyone can give a proposal based off the same thing. So maybe it's working, you know, we've sometimes worked with contractors before and say, okay, how would you give us a scope of work for that? And they give a proposal, and then we can put that out to others. So we're getting more apples to apples. Otherwise, I think what they've seen is some people have this idea, some people have this idea, and
Sure. And then for the windows, just go ahead and pay them the, whatever, I don't remember what we agreed on, $500, $900 to have them look at it and figure out if that's the issue and how to fix it. If that sounds good, and then come back, and if they can't fix it and they have to replace the windows, then obviously try and get a bid for that, or just an estimate maybe.
Yeah, I'll have them do one window.
Okay. Hey, are you guys all okay with that? I think that's what we decided.
Did we already approve that?
I thought so, okay,
I thought it was too.
I don't think I was here for that discussion,
okay.
because I completely lost on that one.
Well, basically, the window leaks, and they're not sure why. They think it's possibly flashing. They can tell when they take the window out.
Yeah, they
That
have
was-
to take the window out to figure out what was going on. Yeah, I remember that. Just,
They're gonna take the course block above the window out to see if it was flashed right,
Oh,
and then they put it back in. They're not actually gonna
Perfect.
take a window out.
Okay,
perfect winter project. Yeah, whatever, as long as we find out what the problems are.
that sounds good. Is that good enough direction? Okay,
That'll get us going.
sounds good. Item E5, goal-setting discussion.
so annually, we hold a goal-setting session, and we've had different dates. I'm just looking for council to set a date and time. Most recently, in 2024, we did a goal-setting on the first meeting of February and set it at 6 PM. If we wanted to continue that for this coming up year, it'd be February 3rd at 6 PM. So the meeting that actually, I can't do that because we do start EDA
EDA.
now.
Unless
So
it's canceled.
Maybe we'd want to, unless it's canceled, unless we wanted to start at a 5 PM meeting, similar to we do with Cow, but on the other,
We do 5, because it's not last time we ended up having to recess and then come back and pick it up.
Yeah.
Steve might not be able to participate though.
Will he, if we have it at,
7?
Just saying.
Yeah,
But you do have the ability to set it on a different date too. We've also held them on non-city council
Thursday.
nights, so.
I like the 5 o'clock idea on that first February meeting.
February 3rd?
yes.
Do the best we can.
Okay.
Sounds
Jeff, are you still on the right schedule for that?
Huh?
In February? Is that still work with
Yeah,
your
that's
schedule?
fine.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. I s-
Anything you need us to come prepared with for that? Like we could prepare for now, other than stuff that we want to see?
A list of goals.
Yeah, I'll just ask for a list of goals. I'll send you kind of what we discussed in 2024, give you a progress update. I'll send that all out via email, let you know, like, this is what's discussed, but we either started, finished, and where the completion was, and if we want to continue those on, or maybe we shelf it, and I'll be sending out an email probably beginning of January.
Is there any fun games planned? Like in years past?
Was that EDA or was that,
I don't know, but.
we did like the whiteboard with the, I think that was
You're
EDA.
passing out
Yeah, EDA
Post-its.
strategic planning, we did the post-it colored notes.
Yeah,
Any-
That really was very similar to like a goal setting of council, because you're all on it too, so.
yep. All right, well, sounds good. Any other questions or communications, or do you guys want to talk about any of the other goals on this list? This is the last meeting of the year, so. Hopefully, we figure out something with that liquor store sign. That would be a nice thing to have in 2026, so.
I think the Facebook polls and surveys, hopefully the new website is put together good enough, we can get some feedback back to that too.
Yeah, if we could do polls on the website or surveys on the website, I was thinking about trying to do some more polls and surveys myself, since we haven't really done a lot as a city, and just to give us some idea what Facebook land thinks about some of this stuff, but,
I mean, take F5 off forever, at least for a few more years. It just, we've been beating that dead horse since I've been on council. It
Still a
just-
goal.
it's still a goal.
Just, it's still a goal, it's just far out.
What,
Yeah, well, I mean, just, it's the same conversation every time. We can't go anywhere with it.
what happened with, we had talked about doing the sidewalk and deferring the assessment between, like, the China House and, the car wash.
Yep, and we are able to do that.
But I thought there was possible building that was,
Yep.
yeah, development.
That was in a lot further east than that parcel. Because the lot that needs the sidewalk is currently for sale still.
Yeah, there might be interested parties with that one, but the attorney did confirm, we are able to defer it till development, to put it in.
So we could put it in and then
Pay for it.
pay for it, and then when it's developed, they pay us back. So we could get it done next year. Okay, I thought that's what we were gonna do, but maybe we didn't have enough discussion on that, or were we waiting to hear
We
back
did
from the attorney?
We did discuss that. No, yeah, it came back a couple times. We did discuss it, and I think we're just holding off.
I thought there was interest in that lot.
Yeah. I
That's
think
what
there
I
still
thought.
is. But whether there's a purchase agreement, though, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that New Hope property over by the liquor store too. I still have high hopes for that.
But does it really matter if we do it now or do it then? I mean, if we did it now, we'd have a sidewalk people could use. And it might, if the property's not for sale, it might make the property more desirable or less, I don't know, I guess. But I would like to get that connection, because every day in the summer, you see a line of workers, people walking to Caribou, the hotel, people walking on the dang street, on Main Street.
They walk in the street even with a sidewalk.
Yeah, not
I
as
watch it in my
likely, though.
neighborhood every summer.
Yeah, but on that main of a road, I see people walk on the sidewalk until the sidewalk ends, and then they have to walk on the street, so.
I can just plan to bring those numbers back, because the engineer did give us an estimate for that
Okay.
section of sidewalk. 'Cause I think that the unknown at the time, and we didn't pay to have him look into it further, was there might be a hydrant that needs to be relocated, which has got a cost into it as
Sure.
well. But I can bring that forward, and then I'll ask, see if there's any movement on the property, and bring that up at that goal setting.
Okay, or maybe before, Cow or city council at January or, yeah. Get that hopefully on the road this year. Anything else? We good to go? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Peterson, second by Councilmember Heeman or Holmgren to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. We are adjourned. Huh?